a quest related to the NPC, and it's like a really like basic. It's like an NPC that shows up in like one quest in the main story for like 2 seconds, basically, right? In Endwalker, and so Yoshi P was like, "Hey, does anyone know which NPC is it?" Right, and they let somebody from the audience come up and like answer the question. And it was this woman came up. She was a big woman.
All right.
She was super excited. So she like said her player name, said which server she was from. She was from Crystal, and she said the NPC, like which NPC she thought it was, and she got it right. And Yoshi P was like, yes, that's exactly the one. And she like, you know, popped off. She had a great like huge reaction. I looked over to chat, and the first thing I see is somebody get the whales off the screen.
Yeah. No, dude, the chat. Chat is like
you can't.
They are.
You know, it's like it was such a wholesome moment, and it just fucking ruined immediately. It was like, god damn it.
That's why when you go to an event like that, it's a completely different experience. You won't even like feel compelled to open the Twitch chats. And when I went to the fighting game tournaments, like the major CEO and CEO Taku, dude, chat wasn't even a thought. Twitch chat, like a thought at all. You know, like. It's just not real. Twitch chat is just not, doesn't exist. Just think about it. Just interpret it as that. It'll be better for you.
I don't stand a chance. Curses. The clock's ticking. Any ideas, Jack?
Also, I'm having this thing where I can't beat Final Fantasy 1 because that would mean killing Jack Chaos.
People can't be sitting here trying to complain about the fucking turntable being expensive. Who the fuck actually needs a turntable other than somebody who's gonna use the turntable?
Turntable?
This'll be a breeze.
They've released a Final Fantasy exclusive turntable. The DJ turntable.
Oh, I didn't know. I never heard of that term before.
Yeah, you know how DJs will have like the spinning discs, right? To like mix songs and stuff.
So
like, live performances and stuff.
It's a turntable. They want it to be free.
They're complaining about it's $1,800 basically.
Who's complaining? To chat?
Yeah, chat in general, dude. And I'm like, y'all, because like Yoshi P's explaining like Soken didn't want it to be like a cheap item. He wanted it to be a really good quality piece of musical tech, right? And most of the time, a lot of the stuff that you'd get as a producer or as a DJ, right? It's not cheap.
Definitely not.
It's not a cheap hobby or job to get into. You've got to put in a certain amount of money. You could get cheaper turntables. If you want this specific one, it's not going to be cheap.
Dude, it's a luxury item.
Exactly. It's not
like
a
what are you
necessity.
expecting?
I don't know what the fuck people are talking about, dude. Oh, this looks sick. High precision art pre-orders are now open for North America. Originally exclusive to Japan. 25 pieces of Final Fantasy 14 high precision art now be available in the West. Sick, dude.
Are these actual art or printings?
Yeah, it's the actual like some of the official art from the game. Framed. It's like some of it's like concept art or like the poster art.
This one's mine.
It's gonna hurt.
Alright. Time for a change.
It's almost too easy.
Let's brace ourselves for what's ahead.
Shout out to the person that was just like, cat needs to get a job.
We've got our work cut out for us.
This is
Oh, that's a curse griffin. Quagga.
This one's got some teeth.
We got this.
Good. Hit me. Yo, I play footsies? Fake footsies with NPCs? Bruh, Ash, why did you die?
Before my eyes. Jet, okay? Good work, Jet. I got you.
Time for a change. This is
Oh, that's it. Deactivated Sentinel.
this is
Oh yeah, I have to. Oh, I fucked up. I have to. It breaks, but then it doesn't break. This melon.
time for a change. All right. Time for a change. This is
Here, let me just hide this guy at this point.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah, could
annoying
do
me.
it.
You know,
Finally.
I've been lazy about it, but like, God, dude. God, people started complaining about 16, and I'm just like, what are you complaining about 16 for, dude?
It's not even a 516
People-
stream.
People suck. What do you expect?
all right.
Somebody literally was like, please don't use our money to fund flops, and I was like, what
What the fuck are you talking about?
dude?
Flop?
Flop. That's the word
A
they used.
flop?
They said flop, dude.
I mean, if you go
Flop.
by fucking journalist articles, yeah, it was a flop.
funding flops, dude. That's what we're funding.
The game that sold the most in Japan.
Funding flops.
And
dude.
Square Enix himself was very happy with the amount of sales of the game.
Funding flops,
It was a
dude.
flop.
No, it's a flop, dude. It's flop. Flop. Flop.
We got company.
Let's knock him down.
If I haven't personally played it, it's a flop.
True, dude.
Got other attacks.
True.
Try them.
Damn.
That's the thoughts, yeah. That's how they think.
Oh god, I can't. You know what I do want Square to do though? I want to go back up the Memoria project. That's such a cool thing. I just think it is.
Hey, they might be working on a remake already. That's why they aren't doing it.
Like, there's already like really talented people doing it. Honestly, I'd just give them funding and support and make a deal. That's what I would do.
That's something that I think Japanese studios do, to be honest. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Odds are they're actually gonna get slapped with a cease and desist before they actually get given.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Oh,
It-
I did it again.
Brother, I guarantee you that's what. I will actually be shocked if they get given any sort of like recognition for what they've done.
They weren't looking for recognition.
No, they're not looking for recognition, but I'm saying, like Red's saying, he hopes that they get given like some sort of recognition or like a straight up job. As like, hey, you've already done a lot of work for us. We will pay you to finish making projects and use some funding and like actually help you guys out, right? And I'm saying that typically with Japanese companies, if it's a fan project, it gets given a cease and desist before it gets given a job.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks very good, but I don't know if they would definitely have to find people to actually make the game.
Yeah.
Because it's just like a demo of the visuals that they did.
Yeah, that's the thing is like with like the fan projects and stuff like that. Like I guarantee that if they keep working at it, they will hopefully eventually get somebody that's like some people that are willing to like code the game. As and like get things off the ground and possibly get like a maybe even start actually like making the game playable, right? The
Well,
unfortunate thing is that,
in the Mario project, they're done.
oh, they're not doing any more work?
No, they're done.
Oh, really?
That was it. That's what they planned to do, and they did.
No,
Okay.
okay.
Well, okay then. I thought they were planning to like fully remake the whole game, basically. Okay, okay.
I thought they were going to show it
Understand.
more, at least the beginning of it, but fair enough.
That was plenty. That was like 30 minutes, wasn't it?
It's the Phoebe's part of it. There's a bit more to the beginning.
Hey, Sophia. Just what is this dark
You
crystal?
remember it's talking about the
I know what it can
like,
do,
opening
but
sequence.
what in the world is it?
I wish I could tell you, but there's no way for us to
Alright,
know.
that was
That's
cool.
all, that's all they wanted to do.
Astos might know something.
I'm gonna aim to go to
Let's
sleep
ask him
soon,
next time.
but
I wouldn't.
I will say.
Why? You don't want me to repeat
Dude, how are you
myself.
still awake? What the
Me.
fuck?
Trust me.
No,
Hey,
no,
actually,
no,
it's
I fell asleep and woke up.
Ah,
Can use this to go up.
Like right on time for the letter from the producer, so I was actually kind of happy. Yeah, I will say I am shocked. Like today I learned that there are apparently articles and people saying that Final Fantasy 16 was a failure
This is
in terms of sales. That
it's
shocked
probably
the
some
fuck
like,
out of me.
you would not expect this game to have such disappointing sales.
That it shocked the fuck out of me, dude, because like by all metrics, like when I checked the sales units, like when I checked the units, how much it sold in the first week, right? Because I knew this value because I looked at it, right? Because I think I remember hearing like rumblings of people being like, oh, it didn't sell as well as they wanted it to, right? And I looked at it and I was like, dude, it sold 3 million units globally in its first week. That's about as good as you can get with a game's release. That's fantastic sales. Like, what the fuck are they talking about?
They're making shit up. Thoughts from
and
their
I
brain.
I was like, yeah, whatever. It's done well. There is no thought. Like, the Square Enix is doing right? And then today, I like saw my recommended Square Enix speaks about Final Fantasy in quotes failure, right? And I watched the video and
I've had enough of this.
the guy was like, yeah, so for some reason people seem to be floating this idea that Final Fantasy 16 was a failure to the point where Square Enix actually had to respond to the comments because people kept saying that the game was a flop. So they were like,
It's just
hey,
there's some type of
these
agenda. There's
articles
no
that are
way,
talking
bro.
about- Yeah.
There's just no way.
Because like there was fucking news articles, like actual like journal articles and stuff, being like, "Oh, it was a failure," and it's like, Square Enix was like, "Hey, you guys are stupid. You guys
Good.
are actually stupid."
Someone compiles the way they Kotaku treated Horizon Zero Dawn's release and the way they wrote about the game, about the same subjects, and how they each headline was. For Horizon, it was always super amicable and positive, even though like the stuff in the game wasn't as well done as 16. For example, the gay romance, like Horizon Zero Dawn gay romance isn't an optional DLC. It's not even in the base game, and they're like, they're so brave. They did the gay romance right.
Dude,
And then
16
for
is
16,
front
they're
and center,
fucking.
like, straight up.
Do you remember anything about that place,
Do
Ash?
you guys
Little.
like?
It's where I got the
I think
crystal
have
from
you
Jack.
seen what
Ah,
who the
right.
like gay couple
Makes
is?
sense.
Victor?
Reminisce
No,
about the past.
but
Okay.
the person
They
talking
got
about it on the
job
tweet
to do.
said that they did it way better, and it's not something
the
that's like
main-
missable.
It's
in
a
the
straight
game.
up main character.
Yeah.
And it's right there.
And they're fucking ragging on it. It's like they did it wrong. This is not how you do it in a video game.
They have this hardcore
That was quick.
I was
Keep it
like,
up,
damn, I
everyone.
feel so fucking sad for this couple. Like, what the fuck?
Nah, dude, it's Japanese funny. Haha, haha, they don't understand human interactions. Funny.
Use it.
Funny, look at them. Wacky games, wacky story. Play God of War, please. Please buy God of War, please, 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 please. Please buy Mortal
I didn't
Kombat.
even realize, like, I didn't even know that was the angle they were going with that character. That they, like, it happens, well, you figure out the relationship when I think like the second time the character like shows up,
Come on,
basically.
follow me.
Or like the characters show up, and it's like, oh, that's sick. That's like no, I was like, yeah, oh, sick. I didn't expect that. That's so cool. Like that's such a this is bad. How can you do this? Made in the main story of the whole playthrough. Should be relegated to optional side content.
Yeah, optional side content DLC.
See anything fun?
And only if it was written by an American.
You gotta
Or
pay
Western
extra
person.
money to, you gotta pay extra money for this representation.
You should buy God of War instead for the representation.
So people suck, right?
Yeah, people definitely saw it.
So like they're saying that it's that 16 was a flop because the sales dropped dramatically. Right?
That's ridiculous. They sold really well the first week.
So
Dude,
here's the thing.
it probably
every
sold
single-
better than Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm not even gonna
It did.
cap.
It actually did. But so here's the fun thing, like the actual fun thing. Every single somebody checked and like did the checked the math and checked sales numbers and stuff like that. Basically, almost every single Final Fantasy game that has ever released, essentially, right? Like any of the sequels and the main Final Fantasy games that we care about, typically will get talked about the most. Almost every single one had massive sales in the first week and then immediately dropped by about 90% in the second week. Because all of the fans that would normally
Already
buy
bought
that game already bought it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the only people that are buying it in the second week are people
People
are
that have to be
just
convinced.
finding out about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people that
That
were
makes
on the
sense.
fence on buying it and said, yeah, I want to buy this too. Right? Because it's been a week and people are popping off, right?
Right. They want to see how good the game is because they might have been burned by like 13 or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Or has
it
never
even happened
touched a
with-
Final Fantasy
No, the
game.
funny thing is it even happened with 13 and 12. Like,
Oh, interesting.
they had big sales in the first week, sudden drop off in the second week. Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's just how... The only game where that didn't happen was 14. Because, in like, when 1.0 happened, right? That was... that was a whole thing. It's the one thing that broke the cycle because people were like, whoa, this is actual us, what the fuck?
Dude, I was
SCP
thinking they were
came
gonna
back and revived
announce 1.0 revival because they were doing like something revival was the title in the stream. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I skipped ahead. It wasn't.
cubes?
I was like, oh
Better not
good.
forget where it is.
Would have been so ass.
But yeah, so like, even by that metric, 16 is following the trend for Final Fantasy games, right? Is that it had amazing first week sales and then it dropped off in the second week. Theoretically, if the game is good and it's holding up well, we will see those sales numbers increase as its lifetime continues, right? And we're especially going to see a massive increase when it's in a year, or like towards the end of the year, when it comes out, right? Especially if they make sure that the PC port is top, right? Like as long as it doesn't have any optimization issues on release, right? It is going to sell fantastically when it comes out. A lot of
Yeah,
people are
the
holding out
motherfuckers
to
doing
buy
those
that.
benchmarks are gonna have to be convinced. Definitely.
Yeah,
They do the
100%.
benchmarks and tests for the game to see if it runs well.
I think it's fair to say that they'll probably do okay. I think it'll be a good port, like a good release on. In my opinion, I think I'd trust Final Fantasy 14 team to make sure that 16 comes out with like at a good condition on PC.
True. It is a Final Fantasy 14 team.
Yeah, like I would be facing them not to release a bad port, and hopefully it's not even a port. Make it for like,
Alright.
that's my hope because I don't want to see like it's so often now that you see a PC release and people are like it's just bad. it's very badly optimized, it's very badly ported over, it's not done well, right? Like frame rate issues, glitches, what have you, and you have to wait for like a fucking week or two to get the patch that fixes everything, and it's like, please just do that before you release it.
The issue is that you can't test on every type of machine, so
Yeah,
there's always going to be like a
The next time we
post-release
need-
patch. It's like, here you go for your potato. You know.
The thing is though, is a lot of the times those big issues, right, happen on really on monster rigs and shit as well, right?
True, it can happen, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
like,
it's
a
just
lot
an
of
issue
the
where it's like,
infamous ones
oh,
that
it works on my computer.
Yeah.
Or it works on everyone's computer here. Why is it not working there? And it's like always an issue with AMD or some bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know how long I can keep this
So
up.
like, hopefully
You
they
wanna keep
manage
going?
to,
I'm
hopefully
game.
they can get a good PC port going, and
Yeah.
that'll really boost its sales again. But I personally feel like with how good the game is, how much hype has been drummed up around it, I reckon it's gonna have a fairly good life cycle. Like we're gonna see its sales numbers keep increasing as it exists in the world. Because I mean, 15 sales numbers somehow continue to grow after its release, which is hilarious.
15 wasn't a bad game. It was
It
just
wasn't. I find it. Well, the funny thing is that it does.
It became a better game.
It became a better game.
Yeah.
It got a lot of support from its developers. But also, it's the first Final Fantasy that ever surpassed Final Fantasy VII in terms of total.
That's crazy. He's got those pretty boy effects.
It's why, I think if I remember, I think they would green light a remake of Final Fantasy VII once they made a Final Fantasy that surpassed Final Fantasy VII in
yeah.
basically.
They said that back at 13 before like, the release of like either 13.2 or 3 or something like that.
See, they
And I
should have just
remember
put
people
more.
were mad.
15 was
because
the
it was
first one that finally surpassed it, basically.
They should have just put more pretty boys on Stranger of Paradise. It would have sold a $1 dollars.
Bro, what do you mean? They've got Jack. He's the prettiest boy there is.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him.
I'm gonna say, I'm pretty sure the
Handsome
characters
man.
in that game are pretty nice looking.
They're nice looking, but they're not pretty
look good.
boys. That's the thing. There's only a pretty girl. Neon. That's it.
Everything keeps fucking with me, by the way.
fucking with
I
you?
thought every time I thought it was like N-E-I-N. Every time you said it, I didn't realize it was actually like neon. Like
Yeah,
the fucking
neon.
lights.
No, yeah, it's Neon.
I thought it was Neon, I was just like, okay,
Neon?
full name. So I looked it up and was like, oh no, she's actually just named like the fucking weird ass color. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Of course, Mach is also my favorite Final Fantasy. 14 is right after.
Time for a change.
Yeah, it's Neon. And we got Ash, as in Ash, our friends. Jed as Jedediah. And Sophia as my sister.
Hey,
My
Jack.
sister's house.
Are you mad at us?
It's not that. When I touch that blackness, those monsters leave behind flashes of these weird memories pop into my head. And I can't tell whether they belong to me.
That's even fucking old as well. I was looking at that.
I hate
Like
that
all the
feeling.
ones to get.
These crystals protect us from that. That's all that matters to me.
Wait, I don't know. Wasn't Stranger the reason why I started 14?
I don't remember.
It might have
one or
been
the
because we saw the trailer for the more base protagonists like Jack. Yeah, Final Fantasy is missing that. There's only a few base protagonists. Sorry, I'm just
what we
reading the
mean by
comments from
base
Mark.
was the freaking.
Dude, Jack is incredibly based.
Yeah. Anyways, I remember it was like we were watching like a release of like a bunch of Final Fantasy. It was like showing 7R, right? And it was showing like a bunch of other like remakes that they were doing in a Square Enix conference. and they showed Stranger in Paradise the first time they were showing it. I was like, wait, this is a and I was like going fucking crazy about it because it's a remake of 1. And it's something that I fucking love, like remaking a pixel game into like a brand new title. Not just like a game that it is like the same game, but like with different graphics, quote unquote, right? But like something completely new. And that fucking made me go crazy for this. And I was like, okay, maybe I should try other Final Fantasy games. I think that was I remember that happening.
Honestly, like, yeah. There's a lot of good Final Fantasy games. The only one I'm not touching, unfortunately, is 11 because I'm not paying for a game I fucking old.
It's wild to me that you still have to pay a subscription fee for 11.
It's honestly
Dude, why
because
did it...
the only
So
reason
bad.
that's
It's still
happening.
going. That's the fucking crazy thing, actually.
Dude, there's probably a
The
big
sub is
community
up.
that still plays.
There's a pretty
The
decent
community.
that still plays. Dude, oh my god, I just got reminded of the person that I used
Do we keep
to
going?
deal with back in my when I first started playing Final Fantasy 14.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were a real 11 cocksucker.
You were?
No, they
No,
were.
the person I was dealing with. This,
Oh, I
this person,
see.
This person stole some shit from me in the game as well, so I really don't like them.
I'm so sorry.
They were part of the guild. They came out a bunch, and they would constantly complain about like, oh, this is kind of cool, but like 11's better. Right? Like
They had their
whole
own high identity tied to the game.
Essentially, they were just like, yeah, dude, I kind of miss playing 11, and then like half the time they were like, you know what, I might actually just like this up, honestly, and I was like, yeah, go do it, dude. Whatever, really, I don't care. I'm not gonna play it.
You're not gonna convince me to play a game by shitting on the game I like.
Like he would explain it to me, and I'm like, I'm never gonna play that game. Like they have an actual hour-long cooldown, like 1 day long cooldown, and I'm
What
like,
the
I
fuck?
ain't doing that shit, dude. Absolutely not.
Hell, grouse. We know what to do.
Like they have cooldowns that are literally like an hour or 2 long, and like a full day of to like come back basically.
That's insane. That's actually crazy.
It's an older style MMO where they were like, yeah, that sounds pretty cool, and people were like, yeah, I'm down for that. I'll come back tomorrow to try and fight this boss again.
It's kind of like Ultima. Yeah, it's definitely an old style thing, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a very old style RPG, like MMO sort of thing, sort of design. And I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. It's not my thing, and that's part of the reason that I didn't like MMOs was like that sort of mindset of like, oh well, I can have a super long
what's up there again?
fucking cooldown or whatever. It's just like I'm never gonna use that. And I don't like that idea. Like yeah.
It sounds cool in like maybe theory, but in practice it's just annoying.
It's one of those things where it's like I can hear about that in like outside of the situation, right? Not playing the game, and it's like, oh, that sounds very interesting, right? Like I've heard the idea floated around in like fucking MMO anime and like shows and stuff like that involve MMOs, right?
Cubes over there.
They'll have like
Let's
a
have a
fucking
look.
day-long cooldown or whatever. Like Log Horizon has something akin to that, and I think Overlord had some stuff about that as well, right? And I was like, yeah, I don't mind it in a fucking show, right? Because I'm like, oh, that sounds understandable. Like that sounds like it makes sense, honestly. But like actually playing it, I'm like, this sounds like awesome.
This is awesome.
It's just so bad, dude. It's not a fun part of game design, in my opinion. It's one of those things where it's like it's why like I didn't get into RuneScape, right? Because I tried playing RuneScape when I was younger, and I was like, I fucking hate how long shit takes to do. Like, this isn't like maybe I've just got too much of a goopy goblin brain, right? But I'm like, I don't want my
No,
shit
you're
to
correct.
take
You play
a
the game to
fucking
have
day.
fun.
Yeah,
You're not to
I'm
wait.
have fun, and waiting a day is not fun.
100%. You're totally right.
Yeah. So it's like it's kind of why I was like, yo, I'm playing 14, and I very much enjoy the fact that my longest cooldown in the game is about 7 minutes, and that's Paladin. So, and that's the vulnerability. 7 minutes is not bad. That's okay. That is okay.
It is a-okay.
But yeah, he would constantly like complain about 14's designs and be like, "Yeah, I was better in 11." He hated that summoners had eggies instead of like the actual summons, right?
Right.
He was always like, "Dude, 11 did this better. You actually got to summon the actual thing." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess." These are so cool though. Like, I think these are still cool. It's okay. You're basically like, it's got the spirit of it. That's all that matters. They couldn't just have the full model walking around. It would cause issues. Especially with how decent like 14 looked, especially at the time, right? Like, I mean, you're looking at the graphics that existed, that were there at the time. This is like 10 years ago, these are the graphics that we had.
They never updated it?
They have never updated. This is the first graphical update that they will ever be doing. Straight up.
Like, I see videos and it looks so different. Maybe it's just the quality of the videos.
No, they got. If you look at old clothing, it's not as nice as like recent clothing. They did make better stuff.
The stuff that comes out more recently has better quality, like, stuff to it, right?
Right.
Like, as they've developed the game, right, the stuff that they've added into the game has always been better quality compared to what was put in during like a Rome Reborn, right? So like the more recent equipment that you get will have better textures than older equipment.
I see. I see what you mean.
But yeah, but the actual like character models and all the environments and stuff like that from like a Rome Reborn have not changed at all. So like when you start the game in a Rome Reborn and you get given all the stuff that's in a Rome Reborn, that is exactly what we had when we played the game 10 years ago.
Okay.
It
looks nice.
I'd be happy
Still
if they
looks
had
nice.
more
It holds up
customization.
really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think it holds up really well for 10-year-old graphics basically, and that was what we started with, right? I remember when I started playing the game, I was like, this looks so fucking good for an MMO.
This is the one.
Right?
It's
I was
also-
like, this is so good. It looks nice.
I think what lends to that was that it's not exactly the Wind Waker, but it doesn't like have what we're putting in time. It looks nice. Artistically, it's nice.
It's got its own aesthetic, and it shied away from the Final Fantasy, basically. Like, it shied away from the look of the hyper-realistic, kind of that was just becoming popular at the time. So that's possibly because they were like,
But it worked out for them in the end. 10 years later.
yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the times requirement leads to a lot of hard work with them to try and push through that, right? Like really try and optimize as much as possible within It's why, in my opinion, it's part of the reason why like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom look so fucking good, because they straight up sit there and fucking polish the shit out of that stuff.
Hell yeah. I agree with you.
Because it's like we only have so much power on the Switch, and they're like, we gotta put as much as we can get into this thing. Alright, like what can we do? How far can we push this before this thing blows itself up?
Oh, by the way, bro, can you do me a favor?
Yeah,
Tell me to stop, because I'm a fucking idiot.
stop.
Thank you. Oh, God.
I'm not gonna say the rest of it, just stop.
Yeah, thanks.
Don't you buy
Putting
that
the
bike. Don't you fucking...
No, no, it's not that. I'm playing with a stapler.
Why are you playing with the stage?
Stop that, bro. You're gonna hurt yourself.
I did yesterday. Oh god. Maybe I do have ADHD. But no, I'm not kidding you. By the way, I was hooking around the stapler and I pressed it with my finger, thumb upwards, and I stabbed my thumb with it. Yeah, it was not fun to take that out, but at least it's not infected. So. Sky actually yelled at me yesterday as well. It's like, you keep doing this, you do knives, staplers, whatever you have in your hand, you're metal.
When you can actually buy, if you don't want to buy like you can buy the like
Oh, you know, that's true. They can even get one that's like a comb.
Yeah. So like, you don't actually have the danger of the object in your hand. You have to
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Did you just look it up, or?
No. Talking about the game.
Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed again.
Alright.
Alright.
Good night, Lugia. I don't think I'll be able to beat this boss before I have to go much more B.
You can do it, bro. I believe.
I suck at game.
Yeah, there is actually a bunch of comb ones and practice ones. Fuck it, I'll pick up one of these. It's actually a really good idea and get better at my deck.
Better tread careful.
Stop you there. So, what are we fighting today?
The Lich.
Oh, we're just fighting a Lich.
Not a Lich. The one.
I almost like asked myself the questions like, why the fuck are you the warrior?
Oh, you're watching the stream?
I just popped in quickly. I was like, wait, why are you the warrior? And then saw Jack like, oh, your dress doesn't.
Yep. This dress like it. I think you in the final DLC you might be able to just play as like the costume. Not just like the dress.
I honestly kind of hope so. Like, yeah, I definitely hope so because it would be a nice way to like wrap that story up.
Yeah. I
Because
agree.
you know it happened. You know that we're like defeat Garland.
Yep.
So yeah.
Plus, I think a lot of people expected it to happen as they were playing the game.
Yeah. Like,
Like they
Fair enough.
eventually would play as the guy.
yeah.
I'm not gonna kill the skeletons.
Unfortunately, I was spoiled about what happened to Jed.
I mean, yeah.
I won't say anything.
You're talking about the base game or the DLC?
I don't know. That's why I'm saying I won't say what it is. But I know what happens.
I mean,
So.
yep. I think I know what it is. Unless there's something crazy that happens in the freaking DLC. I think I know what it is. Because I already beat the DLC.
I'd have to play it and let you know what I want to figure out. But,
Whatever you got spoiled on, it's lies. Just say that. It's lies, yeah. Enjoy the game.
Like, it's not gonna stop me from enjoying the game. Maybe I can make one actually.
We're just in a freaking magical fight over here. It's so funny. I should actually done it with Chaos Warrior because I need to regen.
I think we're not done yet.
Not regen, I need to get more levels on it. Attack with Warrior.
Follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Oh fuck. Get away from me!
Disgusting. Is the ground
Disgusting.
running? We'd best stay away.
Getting desperate.
Oh. That was good damage. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I had no break. Is there something?
This is the one.
You just saw it, right?
Yeah. Why do I feel like we're slowly gonna have D&D? Hold on. Dinner pound is cancelled. Oh, wait.
Did you cancel it?
I don't know, I might not be going to Yandere Con after all.
Bro.
Once you're actually clarified what's going on, I'll let you know if you got more DC. Unless you have plans yourself.
I'll have to see. I don't think I have anything.
I might as well like be sure about it, so sure I have this one. Okay. Enough I can go before I can remember all the content. But he's telling me I think counts him out, so I don't know what's going on, and that's why I'm trying to figure it out.
Did he say he can have D&D now?
I don't know.
What do you mean? I don't know.
He's typing. I'm in the middle of talking. I'll let you know what happens in a second.
Better tread careful.
Fuck!
Time to go.
I'm getting nervous because of the timer. I don't have much time. I have to beat him.
All right.
I wonder if they attempted to like an FF2 remake in this style, if they would go with Team Ninja again, or if they tried something different.
No, maybe they would try different. But I don't know. I feel like I enjoy Furion in this kind of way.
Yeah, it'd probably be super fun. But I'm wondering like what could other teams do? Like what if they got I don't know. Or if they got the Devil May Cry guys. I guess we get 16 already, never mind.
We got 16.
Yeah, 16 is already Devil May Cry, yeah.
They've got people.
I don't know, what style of other action games can we think of for the series?
Style of action game. I guess Soul could be fun.
What?
Soul would be fun, I guess.
Yeah, I guess because Neo for me is already kinda Souls? Kinda? You know? But it could work, it's not complete Souls, because it's like way faster, you know?
Feel that before it gets bad.
An obvious one, which is one I really don't like the idea of, it's like a Dynasty or type game.
Oh, Muso?
Yeah.
I see.
Well,
I feel like it shouldn't be a mainline one if it's Dynasty Warriors. It'd be interesting if we saw like a Crystal Chronicles Dynasty Warriors game. Well, it can have like deep combats even though it's Dynasty, you know.
I do think Wulong and Sekiro combo would be interesting.
Wulong style?
Yeah.
I think more Sekiro because Wulong is very similar to Stranger already.
Oh, I see. Fair,
Yeah.
fair.
So more Sekiro style would be good to see. I wanted to see a Ninja Gaiden style, but like, there's no game that's gonna be like Ninja Gaiden. Because the Wulong it's basically a Neo type game. It just has a different, like a Sekiro parry system. That's the biggest difference.
All I'm saying is, Zidane is a feast. We could make a Final Fantasy 9 with some Ninja Gaiden shit. Oh man.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, fuck it. Tenchu.
Tenchu?
Tenchu, yeah.
Is that game though a little slow?
Yeah,
I love
ninjas,
I love it.
right? Isn't he a thief?
He is, but it's really quick to be honest with you.
Well, it depends on the Tenchu. Tenchu Z wasn't slow at all.
I see. Another one.
And the original Tenchu wasn't slow. The original Tenchu is kind of like Sekiro, actually.
Oh shit.
Yeah, when I first saw Sekiro, I thought it was gonna be Tenchu. I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck is Tenchu?" Yeah. No, it's
A
not.
lot of people thought it was. Honestly, kind of wish it was. Like after playing Tenchu years later, I was just like, oh shit, I kind of wish it was.
Maybe they didn't think the IP was gonna be enough people. That's why they call it a different name.
That's probably what happened, to be honest with you. Or maybe they were trying to get people into the idea again.
Because they could have just said this is Tenchu, and it would have worked.
I'll try to learn that. Damn.
Oops.
Am I gonna chase? No.
Chase? What we're chasing?
I'm fucking joking. Just a VTuber I recognize, and I don't watch them, by the way. I just recognize them. I was like, oh hey, they're on. Maybe I'll just go chase.
Like a match. Ah! I hate you, Lich!
Giant rat fell flame underground. There's some really like sick names actually, and then Judgment.
Yeah. He has a few of these attacks in one, but not that many. I think he has Future Ground and Curse and Earthquake. I'm just gonna keep doing this. Like I'm not gonna take any chances. By the way, the class that I'm using to block the spells is called White Knight.
Yeah,
Participated in one with Celeste.
Guess it's time to get a Void Knight in 14.
Yeah, I want that. I don't want that. It could totally work because it's a weapon. He was using a sword, right? But now he uses a sword too. But now he uses a bunch of weapons actually.
I'm honestly thinking it might be Onion.
It could be.
Honestly, I'd be sick if it was.
I could have just gotten damage on him. Just ignore the Future Ground. So mobile.
This facing's still on. Why? I thought it was on.
Instantly. Did it just spawn? That's so funny. Frame 1 spawn dies.
That's wild.
I missed. Messed! Don't you fuck me, Lich. That's reserved for the Lufenians, not you.
Did you see that, by the way?
The what?
Did you see that video Chris posted?
Which one?
Hot people play D&D.
Oh, right, yes. I have. This is the second time he's posted it too. I remember seeing it
did he
before.
post that twice? Oh, I see.
Or that, it was another Discord server maybe. But I remember seeing it before and I wasn't searching for it.
I didn't put it in the Discord because I didn't think that anyone would give a shit about it. But I know I'd watched it a few times before he posted it and was just laughing my ass off the entire time. Although, immediately, oh, hold on.
Running! Yeah, now I revive the boys?
Wait for the save.
I did it just in time. Now I can watch Barbie make a bomb. But yeah, this is not a representation of the difficulty in the game, in the base game, okay? I'm just doing the hardest, one of the hardest things imaginable in the game. It's going level 500 quests.
Sure, I've seen you fight the pirates before, so I have an idea what to expect from the base game.
Ah, I see. Okay. And I imagine being multiplayer is probably a lot easier, because you don't have the funny boys going around and dying. You have other players killing everything.
Well, Once they scale it. Is it actually just multiple jacks, or is it just the other party
No.
members getting taken control?
You become the party member that they chose for the mission.
Oh, I'm
But
gonna
you
be
get your
like Jed every
equipment.
time.
You would go Jad? I see.
Most likely.
I'll take Sophia or Neon, depends on if you unlock Sophia or not. I guess at the beginning I'm gonna go Ash. Or Jack himself. If we get we should do like coordinate the sessions and have all three of us here to play.
That'd be
You, Shira,
cool.
and I. It'd be funny.
Oh right, yeah, it is like a tree man party.
Yeah.
I feel like you would play Neon actually.
He played
Just
with
like a
Neon?
guess.
Oh,
I
100%.
feel like you would.
100%. He's like, waifu? Here you go, playing. Okay. I'm gonna have to go. I don't have time to dismantle this. I'll do it next time.
Alright. Well, enjoy your movie.
Thank you.